I started writing the album in the spring of 2022 in Nashville, and sort of wrote this first series of songs that kind of became the kind of like nest egg of the whole thing. And at that stage, I was very much in a kind of point of transition personally and career-wise, where I was reinvestigating kind of my reasons for being an artist.
Ben Platt has conquered Broadway, TV, and film with his character work. But with his third album, HONEYMIND, out Friday, he's showing more of himself than ever.
On top of that, I was also settling into my now, will soon to be marriage with my partner Noah. And so the album started to take shape as this kind of crossroads between what it feels like to arrive in your kind of real relationship and to have a partner that you feel like really understands you holistically, and then also how do you as a person need to continue to work to understand and care for yourself to really be like ready for a relationship like that.
And his relationship with Beyoncé Noah Galvin takes center stage in Ben's music video for Cherry on Top.
This feels like a home movie. How did you two go through that day or days it took to do that?
I love to keep some things like sacred and private, and but at the same time, this song, particularly Cherry on Top, is all about the joy of discovering that this is your person, and it was written obviously very specifically about my experience with Noah. And I think I had all these other ideas and concepts and other stories or narratives for like a visual piece, and I think nothing just felt as true and as the actual relationship itself that brings that joy about. And so I try to focus the shoot and the experience of it on just the enjoyment of the day itself, and not necessarily go in with like, this is how I want it to be edited, and I want us to have this strict choreography, and I want conceptually all these ideas. I think it was just like, let's plan ourselves a really fun day, bring a couple of our collaborators who are fun and great with a camera, and get this cool vintage car and like go to the pier and play some games and just make it feel like an experience that we could actually enjoy, so that maybe it would feel that way on camera as opposed to us sort of playing at enjoying something. And with Noah, it is very easy to enjoy.
Last night, Ben embarked on his HONEYMIND tour, which kicked off at the iconic Palace Theater, which seats an intimate 1,600 people. 2 years ago, he was playing the Hollywood Bowl in Madison Square Garden, proving he can handle any size venue.
What's that been like for you to born that huge?
Cuckoo bananas. Wonderful. I mean, I think ultimately I was born and raised in the theater, and I do love the feeling of being able to really visualize and feel everybody that's there. And so on this next tour, the opportunity to be in more theaters, and there are some outdoor amphitheaters and some larger spaces, but to kind of do something a little warmer and closer is kind of my more home base, like bread and butter. But to have the experience of trying to recreate that intimacy and closeness in like such a vast place like Madison Square Garden, or the Hollywood Bowl, where I had my first job when I was a kid, to like bring it back around. These are like amazing bucket list life moments, but I am excited to reel it in a little bit.
As for what inspires Ben as a performer, seeing Beyoncé and Taylor Swift last year was a masterclass in being an entertainer.
Are there things that you as an artist can take away to, a very different kind of show, but kind of apply to what you do as a performer?
Definitely. I think different things from those two artists for sure. I think with Taylor, she does a really good job of sharing her own experiences and making us feel like we're in her living room, and like we're buddies, and like just like regaling us with tales of her life in a way that can feel very off the cuff, but is very clearly planned and thought out and well crafted.
Totally.
So I think that's always very inspirational. And then with Beyoncé, it's always just as a vocalist and a lover of singing first and foremost, she just is an unbelievable live singer, and there's so much technique and ability, and just like I'm in awe of her when I watch her sing. And then on top of that, just the level to which she exerts and gives of herself, no matter what show she's doing or what international destination she's performing in. You've never seen her half-assed performance in your life, and none of us have. So like, that to me is the most inspirational thing when I see her, is like if I'm doing like a matinee of Parade, or a show of mine somewhere where I don't have any friends or family in the crowd, or somewhere where I'm having trouble really engaging and getting in there. I just think about like, Beyonce's been doing this for 30 years or something, and she's still throwing herself on the stage every time. So she's very inspirational.
Well, congrats on this album. It really is beautiful, and really excited to see you performing it soon.
Thank you.
Yay.
See you at the Palace.
Yeah, see you at the Palace. I love the sound of that.